project is the family locker room and then 2 preschool classrooms, and really the purpose of it is so that we can just better serve the families of Naperville.
What it encompasses is 2 preschool rooms that are beautiful and a new family locker room, which we've needed for a long, long time at this place.
So the family locker room has 11 private changing cubicles in where a family can go in together and they can change and have the privacy and the modesty that they would like to have. And then we've also added 2 preschool classrooms for early childhood development, for preschool through kindergarten after school programs, just to make sure that kids get the foundation that they need to be successful when they go to school.
I really think the folks that we hired did a brilliant job. I mean, when you looked at it before, it was simply this patch of green grass with a couple of trees. And you walk through there now and you can't believe how much space was created in that small plot of land. It's really remarkable.
We started planning this project well over a year ago, a series of meetings to look at what the community needed, what the layout should be, how the flow should go, and so I've been involved very closely the entire time.
There was a lot of details that we had to, take care of to make sure that the children were put in a safe area that was getting built. A lot of little detailing, like if you look at the doors, all the doors in the locker room are cut up about a ½ inch, so when you open them up, the kid doesn't hit their toe or stub their foot. Finger guards, so kids don't put their fingers through at the door and maybe potentially get injured that way. A lot of safety features and whatnot, which was provided a lot from the YMCA, and we put into effect during the construction.
We've added about 5,200 square feet, and it's all space that's to be used by children and families. So it's a lot more space for families to be able to come in and sit in our lounge, work on homework together, just have some good space that is geared toward that age group. Our families have been using the 2 locker rooms, a men's locker room and a women's locker room, since 1995. So this doesn't give very much privacy to a dad who has to bring his little girl, or a mom who has to bring her little boy.
So the family locker room is a nice opportunity for people to bring children, especially of the opposite sex, through the locker room with them when they're getting changed for swim lessons, so that you don't have to have little boys running around in the women's locker room and little girls running around in the men's locker room. So it's just kind of a nice way to serve the families in the Naperville area a little bit better.
The family locker room is here for folks that have children under the age of 6 who need a locker room that they can transition from outside to the pool and have it be a safe and private and comfortable place for them.
I think the big thing is it just makes us a little bit more convenient for everybody, especially in swim lessons. Being able to bring your kids and not have a separate changing area for you and your family, as opposed to having to kind of wrangle kids in the locker room and be like, stay in this area, don't go in that area. It just makes it a lot more convenient, so that when people come through here, it's really designed with families in mind.
The other group is the audience for the preschool rooms, and that's going to be preschoolers, obviously, and for their parents as well.
We work on socialization skills, number, letter, color recognition, days of the week. In our classes, we also have a swimming lesson once a week that's included, a Spanish lesson, and music time.
And now they have a dedicated space to where we can have a licensed preschool with washing sinks and everything in the classrooms, which is really important.
Well, first of all, they're great new rooms with a lot of light, open air. It's a wing in itself, so for licensing, it'll be completely closed off so that only parents can get into this area. It's right next to our family locker room, so it makes it easy for the children to go through the locker room to their swim lessons. They have swim lessons as part of their curriculum. And we have a kitchen area, so we'll be able to serve snacks and hot lunches for extended care. And it's all in basically one really new, nice, clean area.
Swim lessons are it's a great thing for kids to be able to learn. It helps them build confidence and develop physically. And something that's great about swim lessons is that they can start at a very early age. We start our swim lesson program for kids that are 6 months old, and they develop confidence and develop skills all the way through there. And then, relating that to other sports, if they don't want to pursue swimming as a sport, it just helps with their overall physique, their overall coordination. It's a good supplementary training tool for an athlete of any sport. And then obviously swim lessons are an important life skill for anybody, just to be comfortable in and around the water and to have a respect for the dangers of the water so that you know what you're supposed to do, how to stay safe, what to do if you fell off a boat, some of those, just things that it's an important life skill to know outside of just being able to swim laps.
It starts kids in a fitness program at a very early age. Lots of people learn how to swim at the YMCA, and the earlier you can get them swimming, the more successful they'll be at swimming, and they'll probably develop a greater love for it early in their life, and that'll continue on hopefully through their whole life.
You can come here and drop your kids off for preschool in the morning, knowing that your kids are going to be safe in a preschool program, or you can bring your kids to a swim lesson program or a ballet program, and knowing that we can do that. And then at the same time, while your kids are in that program, as an adult, you can go work out and do your own thing as well, knowing that your kids are safe and taken care of, and then you can pick your kids back up after the program is over.
We looked at 75% to 80% of our building being geared toward health and fitness for adults, and then only about 20% of the building for children and families. So we wanted to balance that out a bit and give families an opportunity to participate with their child in the family locker room, with the new family lounge, with these 2 preschool classrooms.
This is a beautiful place, and I hope that a lot of the community can come in and have a good time and enjoy the facility.